in many instances on our team, we're going to be lined up against the best guy we faced this year. And again, it goes back to, Dysert and his presence. Quarterbacks like him, quarterbacks not probably as good as he is, have really given us fits this year. So all kinds of challenges. First, managing our preparation, managing this week, taking the Army team on the road, and then dealing with a really gifted opponent that's obviously very, very gifted, very frustrated, obviously, and it's going to be we hope it's going to be a real hard-fought game, because if it's not, it's because we're getting boat raced again. They're just they're that kind of an outfit. They're going to battle you in every phase of the game, and we need to be prepared for something like that. Prove we can be prepared for something like that on the road. I think, being successful and seeing what correlates with success on the scoreboard, experiencing that is good for our football team. It's a reminder to our veterans who have been around the block. It validates some things in the minds of our youngsters that that's how you win a football game. That's how you prepare to win a football game, first and foremost. And then doing the things with the turnover battle and the kicking game, playing hard, playing well in critical situations, how that can influence the score. Because the score, that's a hard game that's a hard-fought game against Tulane. It gets one-sided late, but there's nothing easy about that. If somebody thinks a football game is easy because of the score, go back and live it with our guys. I mean, our guys are playing hard, and they're having fun, and they're on the edge. They're doing all the things right, but that was a hard football game. And the score does not reflect that. And that's something our guys, hey, you're right, coach. And so again, there's so many of these things we have guys experiencing for the first time. And the good news is we just have enough veteran players, juniors and seniors, who have been around the block, who are really starting to play well. And making their presence felt both on and off the field is starting to work for us a little bit. And that's going to be important if we're going to keep this thing going. The couple of things are a little different, just in that we have the experience of what we call a Thayer week can do to you the last time, and we didn't handle it very well. So we're going to do some draconian things in preparation for this contest. Our sophomore class is an especially difficult week, challenging week. So we're going to do whatever we need to accommodate those guys so they can get their work done, prepare, and at the same time get enough sleep. So physically and nutritionally, and they're going to be ready to go. Two, we're at that point in the season after 5 tough games where we just have enough nicks and bruises and sprains that it makes sense to back off a little bit in terms of our physical work this week. Just because, again, if we go out there and we try to have a very traditional fundamental practices on Tuesday and Wednesday, what we'll do is we'll be practicing with guys that aren't going to play in the game, because the guys that are going to play in the game, we hope, are right now they couldn't practice that way. They're a little bit banged up, and conversely, we also have that group of guys that certainly could use that practice that are sophomores that frankly their time is not going to allow that. So we're going to do something that's unique to West Point and manage our time accordingly. The first thing we said we got in here yesterday was, guys, we're somehow, some way, we're going to find a way to try to be 1-0 this week. That's our plan. That's our focus. It doesn't matter what happened last week. Other than those things, there are things that we'll look at throughout the week from last Saturday's game that we think have applications. But there are just a few of those things, and we're not going to dwell on that. We're going to try to revisit some of those choices we made during the week in terms of our preparation, in terms of how we managed our time, and how we managed some of the younger players managed West Point preparing themselves for the contest. That's a huge, those are the things that we carry forward. Those are the things we'll stay focused on. Everything else is somehow we got to slow down Miami's offense, and somehow we got to get a first down, and that takes up all your attention, all your time. The rest of it is background noise.